Hey everybody, welcome back. Jordan here. Guess what? Today's going to be a pretty awesome day because we're going to be taking a look at all of the current LEGO projects that I have going on in our amazing LEGO room and LEGO city. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be writing all of those projects on the whiteboard that I so nicely screwed to the wall here the other day. As you can see, the first project of hanging the whiteboard is done. It's got a check mark beside that one there. Now the next thing I got to do is clean this thing up. It's got like gook all over it, so I got to get myself some Goo Gone and clean this bad boy up. And then we're going to start writing it down. We're going to categorize different things. And we're going to write down all the different projects within those categories, and we're going to discuss each one. This involves sets to build, MOCs, video ideas, city ideas, and much more. After you guys watch this video, if you guys think I missed anything or you guys have some pretty cool ideas, make sure you throw them down in the comment section below. Let's get started because we got lots to cover. First thing we got to do is draw some straight lines using a box as a ruler. So we've divided the whiteboard into 3 different sections. A generic to-do list, MOCs or my own creations, essentially custom things that we're going to be integrating into the LEGO room, and then sets to build. And I'm guessing that this sets to build area won't be filled up, so we'll be able to put another subsection on the bottom, and that might be the same with all 3. We'll see how it goes. At first I didn't think it was necessary to make a list of all the stuff in our backlog to be built, but it's really nice on the whiteboard. Here it all is. We'll go over that in more detail in a future video. We've got lots of stuff to cover in this video because next we're going to be working on MOC ideas. Project number 1, light posts. Recently I got 10 of these extra bags. They come with the black light posts. And we're going to be switching all of the white ones to black because they're going to match the traffic lights that I'm going to build. These white ones will move to places like the amusement park, or maybe down to the residential area, or wherever they're needed here in the LEGO City. Second thing, the Ninjago District. I've got to add details to this area here and also finish it off. And you know what? This area is already going to be completely changing from what it is right now. Make sure you stay tuned for the details on that. It's going to be huge. I decided I better decrease the size of my font because this list is going to get big. Next place, residential. We've got to tidy this area up, such as paving parking lots for the Quickie Mart, adding new residential buildings, swapping out and deconstructing old residential and building new residential buildings, adding a park, adding a ranch, and much more. It's going to be a long but very fun process. And with that comes our first MOC, houses, along with a farm/ranch. On the to-do list I wrote Amusement Park, and with that comes a bunch of MOCs. We have the mixer platform, the park entrance, the castle platform, the go-kart track. Oh, and I almost forgot platform 9 3/4. And all of those are going to go into the amusement park here. Go-kart track around here, a platform for the mixer, finishing off the Disney Castle platform, platform 9 3/4, along with a bunch of details like pathways, bushes, planters, flowers, food stands, and much, much, much more. Next we have boatyard. And with the boatyard comes some MOCs as well. We have to build a warehouse, the Lego factory, a lighthouse, and also bolster up the hidden side shrimp shack. There we have the Lego factory. We have to increase the amount of detail here as well. I was talking about doing a double-sided cliff edge here with the lookout point and also a lighthouse on the end there. We've got to work on a garage or warehouse right there. And the hidden side shrimp shack's right over there. We've got to make that a permanent fixture here in the boatyard. And I'd also like to increase the complexity of all of these rock edges along here. Maybe add another overhead crane of some sort. And of course line this boat ramp up with the road and create that lookout point. So there's lots of work to do over here. The next one going on the list is the train yard. As you can see, we've got a lot of details that we've got to add to the train yard. I've also got to add the area where the vehicles can drive over top of the train track. So I'm just going to scratch that down into the to-do list as train yard. Recently we added all of this art to the wall, and you can see there's a bunch of awkward spaces. So I'm going to add to the list buy more art. Also, I'm going to finish the Bricksie wall to the list, and that includes filling the Bricksie wall full of minifigures as well and building it right up to the ceiling there. Now I've decided to use some crossroad plates as another ruler, as I'm going to add another category here to the to-do list. And that list is called Bricklink. This is everything that I need to order from Bricklink, that being parts and pieces to build these things here. We have palm trees, deciduous trees, taxi cab, police car, Bricksy land, and also rock panels. I need more rock panels, believe it or not. Palm trees brings us to the beach, which I'm going to add to the to-do list. Here we need to add palm trees to the beach. I don't have the parts and pieces to do that, so I will order those in the near future. I also want to add all the minifigures to the entire city and of course the beach. That'll also have to be put onto the to-do list. I also want to add beach volleyball and much more to this area here. And I think I have a pretty good idea, so I'm not going to break it down on the list, but I'm just going to leave it as beach. I recently started working on this MOC right here, which is a cafe, townhouse, and also pet shop. And that's actually a remock of the official Lego set. I plan on building this and also building a new toy shop, which is right here. And what I'm going to do is add these to our MOC list. So toy shop and pet shop / cafe. Another MOC that needs some work is actually our SIG tower. I need to add more floors to this, and I also need to add the floor design to the roof and the top floor from Hussein's design. So I've got to add some stuff to the Bricklink column and also to the MOC column, as we'll be increasing the size of this in the near future. It's got a Lego store in the bottom there. I think my city here needs a larger 32 by 32 modular building that's a Lego store. Maybe 16 by 32, so I'm going to add that to the MOC column as well. Also, there's a lack of coffee in this Lego city, so I'm going to add my favorite coffee shop here in Canada to the MOC column, which is Tim Hortons. I'm going to make a Tim Hortons MOC, and I can't wait to do that. Let's scratch that down. Not too long ago, I printed these labels, which represent our members who have been members for over 3 months. And there's a lot more to be printed. And I'm going to cut those labels so that they fit onto the Bricksy pillar, just like Douglas right here. So I need to finish printing all of those labels and get them all put onto the Bricksy pillar. Recently I acquired these 3 sets here as well. It's actually 2 of the Hidden Side Graveyards and 1 of the Rise of Voldemort. And we're going to create a really cool graveyard scene. I haven't decided on the size yet. I'll see how big these are when we build them. Probably 16 by 32 studs or 32 by 32 studs, which is a full base plate. And we're going to put that somewhere in the Lego City here as well. Some miscellaneous ongoing tasks that I have to do is list on Bricklink. I have a bunch of stuff like promos and investment sets that I need to start selling. We also always need to sort, and I also need to part out for orders. So what I mean by that is all of these things that I need to order parts for, I have a lot of the pieces. So I need to find all the pieces that I have in my current inventory before I place these orders, as obviously that's going to reduce the cost of doing those projects. See that bucket right there? That's a big bucket of pieces that need to be sorted. Same with these buckets. This bucket's for the Lego wall essentially, but these ones here also need to be sorted, and technically I should be sorting all of these, and I should be sourcing all of those parts for our projects before I buy more parts, because it just doesn't make any sense to buy parts and pieces that I might already have. So that's why those are on the list. I've written bulkhead shelves here on the whiteboard. What that means is eventually when I run out of room, what I'm going to do is put shelves right here along the bottom of the bulkhead, and they're going to be little tiny shelves, and I'm going to move my brick heads up there so all the brick heads are just lined up right here looking down at you. Might even be able to fit 2 of them, and I think that would look pretty neat with the brick heads up there. Nice, add a nice color pop, so when we're in a camera frame like this here, you'll really see those brick heads looking down at us. Also, that will free up these billies here, well, essentially half of that billy there, for some more sets. As we build all of our sets, we're going to need more space for them. So that's going to be a great way to free up space here in the Lego room, and that's what 2021 is going to turn into. We're going to find new creative ways to find more space in this room and also fill it up even fuller and make it look even better. For example, we have our art wall. We're going to fill that art wall, and I see some nice white open space over here that will really pop as well. That's why I decided to paint this room white, because then when you look at things like art or sets, it really pops off that white color. I didn't want the focus of the room to be on the paint color, but rather the beautiful Lego sets within the room. I made this video earlier in the afternoon and I almost forgot about 4 projects, and I'm sure there's a bunch more. But one of those projects is actually the under the sea area. And of course, the under the sea area will go right here under the sea. How convenient. And when we crouch down, you're going to be able to see it right here. So I'll build a little platform using wood or probably melamine with some stilts, and then we will build the under the sea area. And that's why I'm working hard to free up a bunch of these sand base plates, as I need those to create that area. A couple other things that I forgot about were the Rebrickable projects. Now, Rebrickable is actually a website that you can get instructions, and it's people provide those instructions on that website there. And essentially what they do is they provide actual sets, like the pet shop, for example, which I have 3 of, and you can take the parts and pieces from those sets, and what you can do is use those instructions that they provide and create a MOC or a Rebrickable model. So I plan on doing that with one of my pet shops. I also plan on doing that with Big Ben right here. And of course, like we already stated, we're going to do it with the Boone Castle, and that's going to use the parts and pieces from the Coliseum. And the last Rebrickable model that I know of right now will also be Sesame Street, because you can actually turn Sesame Street into a modular building that will integrate with other modular buildings in your Lego city. So I plan on doing those projects as well, and I'm sure there's a bunch more that I forgot about. As we look around the Lego room, I can definitely see that there is lots of things to do, minifigs to add, details to add, and MOCs to build, and also sets to build and add on to the shelves. And that's very evident when you look at our whiteboard here. This is tremendously helpful. I know I can scratch this stuff down on a piece of paper or on my phone, but now it's here, it's looking me in the face. I think the only thing that this whiteboard could use is maybe some color. Maybe some stickers or some magnets that could be moved around. Maybe something around the edging there to give it a nice little pop of color just around it, because it sort of blends in. Getting something around here would look pretty cool. I'll have to give that some thought. But as you look at my to-do list and my MOC list, I'm sure there's lots of things that I forgot. Let me know if you think there's something that I forgot by commenting below. And I can't wait to continue building a bigger, brighter future with Lego bricks. So everybody, I hope you like my video here of me discussing all the different projects that we have on the go right now here in the Lego room. Lots of stuff to take care of, so we better get right to it with a live stream happening shortly here. Happening every day on my channel, actually. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out here in the near future. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.